Chosen one, pause right now. Do not ignore this. The angels are speaking with urgency, and heaven is watching this moment closely. This is not just another message. The angels say God will not repeat this again. This is final, and it carries divine weight. The angels say this moment was marked before you even arrived here. Nothing led you here by accident. Every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was guiding you toward this exact point. And now the angels say the time of repeating is over. Chosen one, the angels are clear. God has already spoken enough. He is not going to say the same thing again in a different voice. He is not going to send the same warning wrapped in another situation. This was your final confirmation. The angels say you have felt it deep inside. That quiet pressure in your spirit. That knowing you cannot shake. That sense that something must end for something greater to begin. This is not fear. This is divine clarity arriving. Angels are saying heaven has been patient with you. Very patient. God gave time. God gave grace. God gave signs. He allowed cycles to repeat so you could learn, grow, and awaken. But now the angels say the lesson is complete. Chosen one, listen carefully. What you delay now will not return. What you ignore now will not knock again. What God is removing now will not come back dressed differently. This is why the angels are speaking so strongly today. The angels say this is the moment obedience matters more than emotions. Faith matters more than comfort. Trust matters more than familiarity. God is asking you to choose alignment over attachment. Angels are surrounding you because they know fear is trying to rise. Fear of change, fear of loss, fear of the unknown. But the angels say you are not losing anything heaven planned for you. You are only releasing what cannot go where God is taking you. Chosen one, final does not mean punishment. Final means promotion. Final means elevation. Final means God is closing a chapter you were never meant to live in forever. The angels say stop waiting for another sign. Stop asking for more proof. Stop hoping it will restart. Heaven has already decided. This was the confirmation you asked for when you prayed in silence. Angels declare this. Once you choose, momentum will follow. Once you obey, peace will settle in. Once you let go, God will move faster than you imagined. Chosen one, the angels say decide now. Not tomorrow, not later, not after one more delay. Decide now, because God will not repeat this moment again. What comes next is reserved for those who listened when heaven spoke its loudest. Chosen one, do not turn away now. The angels say this is the moment many miss because they underestimate its importance. Heaven is quiet not because God is absent, but because the instruction has already been given. Silence now is confirmation, not confusion. The angels say you are standing between two paths. One leads back to what feels familiar but empty. The other leads forward into what is unknown but divinely protected. God will not walk you back to the old path again. This crossing happens once. Angels are reminding you that every time you ignored the inner warning, peace slowly left. Every time you delayed obedience, things felt heavier. That was not coincidence. That was heaven urging you to move. Chosen one, the angels say the spiritual door behind you is closing gently but firmly. There will be no dramatic noise, no second announcement. Once it closes, it closes. This is why your spirit feels pressed to act now. The angels want you to hear this clearly. What God is asking you to end is already finished in the spiritual realm. You are not ending it alone. Heaven already did. You are simply agreeing with God's decision. Angels are surrounding you with strength because the step ahead requires courage. But the angels say courage is already inside you. God placed it there long before this moment arrived. Chosen one, do not romanticize what God is removing. Do not look back hoping it will change. The angels say what drained you cannot sustain you in the next season. Angels declare that the moment you obey, divine order will rush in. Confusion will lift, delay will break, resistance will weaken. God is not slow. He was waiting for your alignment. The angels say this is not about perfection. It is about obedience. One clear step now will save you years later. Chosen one, heaven is ready. The angels are ready. God is ready. This is final, not because God is harsh, but because He is serious about where He is taking you. Listen one last time. Chosen one. Move forward without fear. Trust without seeing. Release without regret. God will not repeat this again, and what He is preparing next will make every ending worth it. Chosen one. The angels say this is the moment your spirit has been preparing for, even when your mind was unsure. Heaven has already shifted things behind the scenes. What feels sudden to you has been planned for a long time in the spiritual realm. The angels say do not confuse comfort with calling. What feels comfortable now may be the very thing keeping you stuck. God is not asking you to understand everything. He is asking you to trust what He has already revealed. Chosen one. The angels are clear. Delay is no longer protection. Delay now becomes disobedience. That is why this message feels stronger than before. Heaven is no longer whispering. Heaven is calling your name. The angels say you have outgrown this season. You stayed longer than most would have. You tried harder than you should have. You prayed, you waited, you hoped it would change. But some things are not meant to be fixed. They are meant to be finished. Angels are reminding you that God does not end things to harm you. He ends things to free you. What is being removed was blocking blessings you could not yet see. Chosen one. The angels say stop asking, what if? Heaven is saying, what if you finally move? What if peace is on the other side of obedience? What if clarity is waiting the moment you let go? The angels say the reason this feels final is because it is foundational. What you decide here will shape the next chapter of your life. God is not repeating this test because you already passed it in your spirit. You just need to act on it now. Angels are surrounding your heart because they know endings can hurt, but they also know the pain of staying would have been greater. God is sparing you from future sorrow by closing this door today. Chosen one. Do not chase what God has released. Do not reopen what heaven has closed. The angels say honor the ending, and you will unlock acceleration. Angels declare that new connections, new strength, new favor are already lining up. But they cannot enter while the old still holds space. This is your moment, chosen one. Not a warning, not a threat, but a divine invitation. Step into alignment. Choose obedience. Move forward with faith. The angels say when you do, you will look back and realize this message did not come to scare you. It came to save you. God will not repeat this again, because the next chapter begins the moment you finally say yes. They say do not rush past this moment, because heaven is sealing something right now. What you decide in your heart today becomes a turning point you will remember later. The angels say many prayers are answered not with gifts, but with endings, and this is one of them. Chosen one. The angels say God is protecting you from what you cannot yet see. If He allowed this cycle to continue, it would slowly drain your joy, your clarity, and your purpose. That is why heaven stepped in firmly. Love sometimes sounds like finality. The angels say notice how doors are no longer opening the same way. Notice how conversations feel empty. Notice how effort brings no peace anymore. These are not signs of failure. These are signs of completion. Angels are saying this clearly. When God is finished, striving will no longer work. Pushing harder will not revive what heaven has already released. This is why surrender is the key now. Chosen one. The angels remind you that God never removes without replacing. But replacement requires space. What is coming needs room to enter your life fully. Holding on delays what is meant to arrive. The angels say you are not behind. You are right on time. This ending did not come late, it came precisely when you were strong enough to survive it and wise enough to grow from it. Angels are surrounding your mind now because doubt is trying to rise. But hear this. Peace will confirm your obedience. The moment you stop resisting, your spirit will breathe again. Chosen one. The angels say stop negotiating with what God already decided. Stop asking for one more chance, one more sign, one more delay. Heaven has already shown you mercy. Now heaven is asking for movement. The angels declare that once you step forward, things will begin to align quickly. What felt stuck will loosen. What felt delayed will gain speed. God is not slow. He was waiting for your yes. Chosen one. This is not an ending wrapped in sadness. This is an ending wrapped in authority. God trusts you enough to close this chapter without explanation. The angels say walk forward with your head lifted. You are not walking away empty-handed. You are walking away refined, protected, and prepared. Listen closely now. The angels say this one last time. God will not repeat this again because the next season does not need reminders, it needs obedience. Move now, chosen one. Heaven is ready to open what only opens after you let go. They say this message keeps unfolding because heaven knows how important this decision is for you. The angels say some moments echo through an entire lifetime, and this is one of them. What you choose now becomes the foundation of what you live later. Chosen one. The angels say you are not being rushed, you are being released. Released from confusion. Released from delay. Released from cycles that kept asking more from you than they ever gave back. The angels say God has already gone ahead of you. What feels like an ending on earth is an opening in the spiritual realm. Heaven is not empty on the other side of this decision, it is prepared. Chosen one. Listen to this carefully. The angels say if God kept repeating this lesson, it would mean you were not growing. But He stopped repeating because you have matured. You are no longer who you were when this began. Angels are reminding you that obedience now will protect you later. What you walk away from today will not have power to wound you tomorrow. God is saving you from battles you were never meant to fight again. The angels say stop measuring this decision by emotions. Emotions change. Truth does not. God's instruction remains steady even when your feelings feel unstable. Chosen one. The angels say heaven honors decisive faith. When you move without seeing everything clearly, God moves with clarity you could not create on your own. Angels are declaring this over you. Once this door closes, peace will replace the noise. Strength will replace the exhaustion. Direction will replace the confusion. This is not loss. This is alignment. The angels say do not fear the unknown ahead. Fear belongs to the old season. Faith belongs to the new one. God does not ask you to jump without a net, He is the net. Chosen one. The angels say many blessings were waiting for your agreement. They could not activate while you stayed divided. Heaven moves fully when your heart chooses fully. They say heaven has not gone silent because this message is finished, but because your spirit is catching up to what has already been decided. The angels say some truths do not need to be repeated again and again, they need to be accepted. Chosen one. The angels say this moment is sacred. It is quiet, serious, and powerful. God is not negotiating now. He is inviting you to stand in agreement with Him. What He is ending has already served its purpose. The angels say you may feel a strange mix of peace and sadness. Do not be confused by that. Peace means alignment. Sadness means you are human. God understands both, and the angels are holding you through this transition. Chosen one. Hear this clearly. You are not walking away alone. Angels are assigned to walk with you into what comes next. You will not lose your way. You will not miss what is meant for you. The angels say the reason this feels so final is because God is protecting your future. If He allowed you to stay, you would slowly shrink. God is calling you higher, not harder. Chosen one. The angels say stop replaying the past, wondering if you could have done more. You did enough. You stayed long enough. You loved deeply. Now it is time to honor what God is doing. Angels declare that what is ahead will feel lighter. You will breathe again. You will recognize yourself again. The heaviness you carried was never meant to be permanent. The angels say do not explain this ending to everyone. Some people will not understand because they were never meant to walk into your next season. Silence will protect what God is birthing in you. Chosen one. The angels say trust the peace you feel when you imagine letting go. That peace is not weakness, it is confirmation. This is heaven's final nudge, not to frighten you, but to free you. God is not repeating this because He knows you are ready to move forward without being pushed again. Step now, chosen one. Close what God has closed. Release what God has released. Walk boldly into what He has prepared. The angels say the moment you fully let go, you will feel heaven move with you, and you will know, without doubt, that this ending was mercy in disguise. They say this message is reaching you because your spirit is awake enough to receive it. Many hear words, but few recognize timing. The angels say timing is everything, and this timing is divine. Chosen one. The angels say God is not asking you to struggle anymore. He is asking you to step out. What required constant effort, constant fixing, constant explaining was never meant to be permanent. Heaven does not bless what drains you. The angels say, look at how far you have come. You survived things that should have broken you. You endured seasons that taught you strength, patience, and discernment. That is why this ending is coming with authority now. You are no longer the same person who entered this chapter. Chosen one. The angels say this is why distractions are falling away. This is why certain people no longer resonate. This is why your tolerance for compromise is gone. God is refining your standards to match your calling. Angels are saying this clearly. Do not confuse loneliness with loss. Sometimes God removes noise so you can finally hear your own spirit again. Solitude now is preparation, not punishment. Chosen one. The angels say once you fully release this, you will notice signs of confirmation everywhere. Small wins, unexpected peace, doors opening without force. These will be heaven's way of saying, you chose correctly. The angels say God is not disappointed in you. He is proud of your growth. He is proud that you questioned, prayed, and sought truth. But now faith must turn into action. Chosen one. The angels say stop carrying guilt for endings God authored. If heaven closed it, you are not wrong for letting it go. Obedience never needs an apology. Angels declare this over you. What is coming will not require you to beg, chase, or convince. It will flow, it will fit, it will feel right in your spirit. The angels say this is the last season where fear tries to speak louder than faith. Once you step forward, confidence will rise naturally. You will recognize your strength again. Dear God, I thank you with all my heart for choosing me. I thank you that from this moment on, it is your holy duty to care for me, to guide me, to protect me, and to bless me without limits. I thank you for sending your angels to walk with me, to surround me, and to fill every step of my journey with divine light. Together with your angels, I now declare, my life is forever overflowing with peace. My life is forever overflowing with love. My life is forever overflowing with joy. My life is forever overflowing with abundance. My life is forever overflowing with richness. Every day I rise with gratitude. Every day I walk in confidence. Every day I rest in your care. I am never alone, never forgotten, never lacking, never weak. I am in your light. I am covered by your angels. I am carried in the ocean of your endless blessings. This is my truth. This is my promise. This is my forever. Amen.